Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So I was testing this team out over the weekend, and this Super Saiyan team is actually very fun. And a lot of the focus on this team has been based on the ability to reduce enemies' attacks. So as you saw, some of those units might have caught you off guard a little bit as to why they're necessarily included, but trust me, like when they all work together, it's actually a lot of fun. So one of the main things is the keeping the rotation with the Agility LR Spirit Bomb absorbs Super Saiyan Goku and the Tech LR Broly. Those units actually link up decent enough to where, for the most part, you're able to get the 18 key super attack on a pretty frequent basis. So that actually helps out a lot because Broly, as you know, is a very strong unit. So you want to make sure you can get that 18 key super as much as possible. The Agility LR Super Saiyan Goku unit, of course, is a pretty fantastic unit when it comes to Super Battle Road. And just some of the highlights to talk about, I mean, this guy causes mega colossal damage to enemy and also lowers attack and defense and seals SA with the 18 key super attack. In addition to that, greatly raises defense for one turn based on the 12 key super. So just from the super attack alone, this guy provides a lot of beneficial value on settings like Super Battle, like you're seeing right now, and you'll probably be able to visually see how good this unit actually is on this setting. In addition to that, I mean, the passive skill, you get that 59% increase toward attack and defense. Along with that, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type of rainbow key spheres. So along with this guy being able to collect the key spheres by rainbow type, making it easier to get that 18 key sphere, the Tech LR Broly also gets a higher chance of being able to get the 18 key super attack just from that setup as well. So for this guy, this unit does have the nuking passive setup where based on the key obtained, you get the 7% to attack and defense. So, and also, you know, you get that 7% increase to attack per key sphere obtained per Super Saiyan category ally attacking in the same turn, excluding self. So, because this team is strictly within Super Saiyan units, you're looking at this guy being quite good. So, that is one of the fun things about it. In addition to that, we've got the Namek Saga Transforming Goku unit. This guy was a little bit of a weird one on this testing stage, I guess, because I essentially use this guy as a floater, but this guy is also very good as a standalone, and it's almost like worthwhile to have this guy in the first or second attacking slot of the rotation. But because I wanted to keep a certain structure, I ended up having to place this guy as a floater. Now, the benefit or what makes this unit good is the fact that he can raise defense as part of the super attack. So there you have the stacking ability toward defense, build up that defense and make life easier later on. Along with that, the passive skill, attack and defense increase of 80%, but attack increase of 59% for the rest of the battle after receiving an attack. Medium chance of guarding all attacks, guard activated against all types, and high chance of performing a critical hit for 3 turns when guard is activated. So I mean, this guy is very, very good. It was a little bit kind of, I don't know, for lack of better words, shitty, the way I treated this guy on this run because I had to put him as a floater, but because I wanted to keep 2 solid rotations of a certain structure, that's essentially why I did that. So the other unit that's very beneficial is, of course, as much of you guys know already how good this unit is, the Exchange Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Gohan unit. For a free-to-play unit, this unit's versatility and usability is very good. I mean, you could run this unit on a variety of setups and get essentially a really bang for your buck because this unit is very good. Now, the reason I included this unit on this run is because the first being the ability to raise defense, so you can stack up and build up defense based on, you know, the battle dragging out a little bit. On top of that, this super attack also allows for the enemy attack being lowered, so you're essentially killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's what makes this unit so good in this case. Along with that, you do have the ability for Goku's family category allies to get Ki +2 and attack and defense increase of 30%. And that's partially one of the reasons why you see the Easy A physical type Super Saiyan Goku unit in the same rotation with the Exchange unit. So again, to summarize, basically the first rotation is Tech LR Broly linked up with the Agility LR Super Saiyan Goku unit. And then for the other rotation, you have the Tech Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan exchange unit with the EZA physical type Super Saiyan Goku unit. I'm pretty sure Global is getting the EZA for the 7 units coming up pretty soon, right? So if that's the case, you guys are in for a real good session, because even though they blasted out 7 EZAs all at once, all of them are actually quite good. Now some are better than others, but for the most part, every single one of them does have a lot of beneficial value. So, yeah, this is one of the units that was in that batch. So basically, that's why I brought it up. But this guy has a great chance to stun the enemy, and that equates to a 70% chance to stun the enemy for 2 turns. Now, 70% is quite high, and the way I set this guy's super attack ability, or not super attack, potential system build is I think it was level 17 additional attack. The reason being, if you take a look at the passive, key +2 attack and defense increase of 80%, and high chance to perform a critical hit when HP is 50% or above. Now, if HP is 49% or below, that critical hit chance becomes a great chance. So, because of the built-in criticals after the EZA, you no longer really need to focus on critical hits in the potential system. You can essentially apply as much as you want toward additional attack and you'll be fine. So, very good unit, part of the batch of the EZAs coming up for Global. Now back to some of the other units that are in there. There are 2 remaining that I haven't spoken about yet. One being the other exchange unit, Vegeta and Trunks. Now those guys also do have the ability to stack. In this case, for them, they're able to build up both attack and defense, so they do have some beneficial value in that regard. But honestly, one of the main reasons is because I did find myself in situations where I was facing physical type enemies, and it was really just added value to include them on the team. That's one of the real reasons behind that. The last unit is the physical type Super Saiyan Vegeta, and I'm guessing a lot of you guys don't necessarily use that unit. The reason why that guy's included on the team and why he's actually quite helpful is because of the passive skill. Vegeta's passive skill is a 40% reduction toward enemy's attack upon receiving, or after attacking the enemy, basically. I want to make sure I word it correctly, because there's all kinds of language behind, skill sets. But essentially, if you attack an enemy, and it doesn't even have to be a super attack, as long as you attack the enemy does have 40% toward attack reduced. And when you have a bunch of other units on the team that reduce enemies' attack, I mean, it adds up quite a bit. It stacks up so good to where you don't really have to worry about much. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons that makes this team that much fun is, once you get the momentum going and, get that attack and defense stacked up and then reduce the enemy's attack consistently, you're looking at very little damage taken from the enemy. And obviously I did use items, throughout the battle just to kind of have a safer insurance policy, but the concept itself is pretty much the same. I mean, you're essentially building up attack and defense for certain units, and at the same time you're reducing the enemy's attack and defense. So it's kind of like like an inverted method of building up your team, but at the same time weakening down the enemy. So the other thing obviously is I had a lot of fun linking up the Tech LR Broly with the Agility LR Super Saiyan Goku unit. To me, that was actually a pretty fun rotation. Now, they're not the best of link sets, obviously, but I mean, there's plenty of other units that link up better than these 2 together, but they link up well enough to where I didn't really see a whole lot of problems. The main thing that I liked about that rotation setup is Super Saiyan Goku's ability to just randomly change the key type into Rainbow Key. So, of course, that guy needs to collect as much as possible to build up that nuking passive toward attack and defense, but it made it definitely easier for Tech LR Broly to be able to, not guarantee, but increase the odds of getting that 18 key super attack, because, of course, when it comes to Broly, you want to see that 18 key super, because that's where that attack stats and damage comes about. And once that transformation activates and you get the active skill. Yeah, I mean, this that guy is just phenomenal and ridiculously good in that setting. So that's all there is to say about that one. Again, the only minor issue that I see with this team setup is I was pretty much forced into placing the Namek Saga Goku into the floater position in this case. I did want him to attack because he's probably the strongest out of the group for the Dokkan mode attack, but looking back on it in hindsight, I probably could have just given it to the physical type Super Saiyan Goku unit, because he does have, one, the ability to stun the enemy, but also built-in criticals for a high chance, to high chance or great chance to get critical hits. So looking back on it in hindsight, maybe that was a better choice. It doesn't really matter. There wasn't that much to worry about anyway, so not much of a concern at that point. But you always think about alternative options when you're reflecting back and looking back at some of the footage that you ran through. So that's probably one thing I noticed out of it. In this case, I mean, I did make a mistake here where I was thinking too far ahead on the next rotation and ended up not collecting enough ki for Vegeta. But the Super Saiyan Vegeta, you don't really have to necessarily, it didn't have necessarily an impact, because the whole point of including him on the team is to essentially just attack the enemy and reduce their attack by 40%. That's really the whole point of including that unit. So because you don't necessarily need to have a super attack in order to activate that, it wasn't really a problem anyway. But yeah, I mean, these two guys right here, Broly and Goku, are a lot of fun together, and they do quite well. I mean, again, for the most part, the 18 key super attack can be activated for both the units on most occasions. There might be a couple of them here and there where pretty much the orb map is a little bit unlucky on your side, but for the most part, it wasn't that big of an issue. So we're getting closer to the end of the battle. In this case, I was basically looking to eliminate Vegeta Jr. As quickly as possible. A lot of it due to a couple of units being physical type, so pretty much it gives you a situation where you can defend better, and you do have a high chance to stun the enemy, or great chance to stun the enemy with this Goku right there. So that's pretty much the takeaway with that. I mean, that's kind of why I went to Vegeta Jr. first versus Goku Jr. So it looks like in this case, I think Vegeta Jr. is pretty much eliminated out of the picture. So just one unit remains, or one enemy remains, and the fact that we're reducing Goku Jr.'s attack as well as defense and building up our team at the same time, and then getting that transformation. Yeah, it's all good. In this setting, we have two tech types that are in a type disadvantage setting, but it's okay because the Goku and Gohan unit are, they built up that defense to where it's probably okay at this point. Now, given a super attack, they might take some damage, but as far as receiving a normal attack, it's probably not that problematic at this point. And plus, I mean, we have two very good attacks coming up with the two LR units, so a lot of damage can be applied here. And Goku will reduce the attack and defense, as well as seal the SA here. So that is quite a punch that a unit packs in. It's pretty crazy that they gave him that super attack ability. Alright, and then Tech LR Broly is gonna run amok hopefully here. Yeah, unfortunately no criticals, so did a lot less than I was hoping for, but it's all good. I mean, Broly it's always nice when you see Tech LR Broly super attack 3 times. It's just a ridiculous amount of damage applied, and yeah, it makes things a lot of fun. But yeah, we got the transformation with Goku here, so I think we will actually leave him in the second slot here and let him attack. But I guess in this case it wouldn't really matter, because Goku right here is probably going to end up stunning the enemy here, and then the transforming Goku is not going to get hit to where you're not going to get that boost from receiving an attack. But it probably doesn't matter, because if Goku Jr. is not dead by this turn, then he will be in the next one. So who do we want to finish off with? I think we'll just go ahead and let Goku finish this off. And one shot should be enough here. Alright, so there we go with the nice KO screen from the Agility LR Super Saiyan Goku. So yeah, this is kind of the custom team setup with attack reducing units with built in the passive. It's a little bit different from what I would typically run, but you know what, it was a lot of fun and it worked out quite well. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys later. Alright, peace out.